Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, CP, and I'm coming at you from Los Angeles, California. Good Monday morning. It's actually late Sunday night here, so I'll be shooting everything in the evenings, of course, to pre-launch for the first thing in the morning, because, of course, actually, probably by now, I'm jamming, working away with my crew. We got a really cool little project going on, so I'm going to be here in Los Angeles for the week. And so, of course, I'll be doing all my blogs from here. David sends his best. He's not going to be with me, of course, on these blogs, but we'll be back together next week. So, anyway, hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. And here we go. It's Monday. I know how that goes. But I wanted to go ahead and dive into the questions. So, once again, thank you so much for writing in. If you have questions, it's reshapeTheNation@gmail.com. ReshapeTheNation@gmail.com. Go ahead and write in. And David or one of our assistants, yes, we actually have assistants now, which is fantastic because just so much is going on. So we finally got a couple people just helping us out. They get the emails and they'll send us over. They'll send the emails over so we can finally answer them and hopefully help you guys out a little bit. So, all right, so a couple of the questions today, they're actually about the program. So you've mentioned food preparation a couple of times now. What kind of preparation should I be doing? All right, so when it comes down to it, one of the things that we really like to focus on here is just the behavioral aspect of a lifestyle. And I hesitate to say the word dieting, but it's something that I'm personally not scared of at all, simply because if you understand what a diet is, it's just a pattern of eating. I mean, we could have a 5,000 calorie a day diet, and of course then there's people saying, oh, well, look at the first three letters or die. Come on, guys, let's focus on exactly what a diet is, and it's a simple pattern of eating. Our ancestors ate a very specific diet. Dogs have a specific diet. All mammals and all creatures that are living, they eat a very specific diet. So really, a diet, when I'm talking about a diet, is just a pattern of eating. So let's talk about the behavioral aspect of it, and don't worry, I will get back to preparation. So the one thing that we really like to focus on that's different from so many other programs is that we were looking at, and this is something I've really worked on for years, but where people fail in their typical diets, because most people, when they start off a diet, they're gung-ho for about 3 days, and then whichever nutrition program or diet that it is. But what happens is that once they realize how much preparation goes into these different foods in order to keep this thing consistent, because if you look at the most effective diets out there, they've got you eating every 2.5 to 3 hours. Now, if you have to prepare your food every 2.5 to 3 hours, we're gung-ho, we're rock and roll for about 3 or 4 days, and all of a sudden, real life happens, and before you know it, you got busy because you had to pick up the kids from soccer, and then your husband came home from work early, and then the boss just threw a deadline at you, and sure enough, you're not preparing your food on a regular basis anymore. If you look at the most successful weight loss stories and transformations out there, these people, they learned how to do one very, very important thing. They learned how to prepare their food in advance and carry it with them. So, when we talk about preparation, the one thing that we like to do here, now of course, you can always prepare your foods right then and there. If you like a nice hot meal, that's fantastic. And if you have a lifestyle and you could afford to do that, and you have the time and energy to do that, more power to you. That is awesome, and kudos, keep up the good work. However, for most of us, we need to prepare our food in advance. And so that's why we do what we call, I've called it base prep for years, or here at Reshape the Nation, we call it just food prep. So what we like to do is we'll take Wednesdays and Sundays and we'll prepare all the foods that require pre-preparation, such as our chicken or our turkey or our flank steak, or sometimes our fish, our brown rice, our lentils, our pastas. And we'll actually prep everything. In 45 minutes, I can make 3 proteins, I can make 3 carbohydrates for the next 3 to 4 days, and then I can actually space that into my meals. In fact, the next 3 or 4 days of meals are chicken and pasta, or turkey and brown rice, and then it's chicken and brown rice meals, and then it's turkey and pasta meals. And so what we do is we pre-prepare our foods in advance, and then for the next 3 to 4 days, we go mix and match, mix and match, mix and match, and sure enough, all it requires is about 30 to 45 minutes of preparation 2 days a week. So there's a little saying that we have, just give me 2 hours of your time and I'll give you 7 days of success. Well, this is where it holds true because you've invested 30 to 45 minutes, maybe even let's just say an hour. And I'm being generous here. Let's just say an hour of your time. You've prepared your 3 main proteins, your 3 main carbohydrates, and the rest of the foods that are on the program, they don't require any preparation at all. It's high fiber cereal. It might be a can of tuna. It might be granola. It might be powdered protein, just whey protein. So what we'll do is we'll prepare all those foods that require preparation, and then we've got them packed and ready to go. There's a motto that we have. It's shop, prep, store, stacks. We shop. At the grocery store or online, you can go to all these bulk food sites and they'll deliver some incredible food to your house at really cheap prices. And then we prepare our food in advance. Then we store it in the fridge, and of course we stacks it, so we throw everything into our stacks containers and we carry it with us as it's on the go. Timer goes off, you pull your combination, you are on track all day, every day. So this is where we like to separate ourselves from everybody else because we actually looked at the areas where people fell short and we filled those gaps. So when we talk about preparation, that's the kind of preparation that we're doing. And of course, the full program, it's coming out really, really soon. We're just ironing out some of the final programming glitches right now. But once it's there, I've shot everything. We've shot the videos. We've shot everything you could do. And so now we're just ironing out the very final parts, so you can actually be there with us as we prepare on Wednesdays and Sundays, and you can see how we prep all of our meats and all of our grains and all of our pastas and all of our legumes, and then we just mix and match with all these different recipes that we've put together for you. So that's when we're talking about preparation. That's what we're doing. So, and you know what? Don't wait. Now's the time to start. If you're following any kind of nutrition program right now, try this. I mean, really, and I encourage you, do some research on this. Look at the most successful weight loss transformation stories out there. I mean, granted, I've got a couple under my belt, but look at all the other hundreds, if not thousands of them. And these people, every single one of them has learned to, number one, they've learned their own nutrition. They've learned how to prepare their food in advance and carry it with them. That's the common denominator with all of these transformation stories. Oh, and of course, a lot of walking. So, and we'll get to that, and of course, probably the next couple of vlogs, I'm going to be talking about accelerators. So, but yeah, that's the secret to success right there. So, take it, run with it, prepare your food a few days in advance, pack it, store it in the fridge, and go with it, and you'll see that. When you have got your foods prepared for success in advance, you never stray from your nutrition program because, number one, when 2 to 3 hours is up and it's time for that next meal is already prepared and it's ready for you. You've got guaranteed success for 3 to 4 days. So all you have to do is look 3 to 4 days down the road, boom, prep it for an hour and just cruise. 3 to 4 days later, boom, prep it for an hour and then cruise again. So it's really that easy. Anyway, hope that helped and hope that really got a little spark under you to start preparing that food in advance. Thank you for your patience. As soon as things get up and running, of course, you'll be preparing with me in advance. So, and here, I prefer Wednesdays and Sundays. That's the routine I've been on for a long time. But of course, if Tuesdays and Saturdays works for you, fine. Everything's there. You'll have all the tools for success. So anyway, guys, have a wonderful Monday. And I will see you guys in the next day or two. All right, see ya.